and gentlemen, I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, we're going to see, we're going to take a look at a tank that has been around for a very, very long time. But it's a tank that very rarely comes for sale. Like, very, very rarely. To be honest, it doesn't really come for sale. If you want to get your hands on this, usually it comes either in the Blitz Fair, or it comes in crates, or it comes for real money. I don't think this tank has ever been for sale for just gold. And it's a bit disappointing because it's a really, really nice tank. You don't see many of these tanks around now. It is, of course, the Chinese tank destroyer, the WZ-121 GFT. Absolutely fantastic tank. Now, if you play this tank, if you just sit in the open and don't move, then it is quite easy to pen. But if you start wiggling, actually the armor profile is very, very, very good. So the stats of the tank, you can see 120 millimeters on that hull. But again, if you're wiggling, then it really is a difficult pen, and you are red as hell. So the DPM is 2,908, so decent DPM, very, very nice DPM, 8.25 seconds on your reload. Penetration is 248 on your AP, 310 on your heat, and 61 on your HE. Average damage, you are doing 400 on your AP, 340 on your heat, and 500 on your HE. Aim time 3.4, dispersion 0.326. So all that is nothing really to write home about. Only has 6 degrees of gun depression as well, and it has a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour. But yeah, very, very nice tank. I got this, I missed out on the first time that this tank was for sale, but I got it on the second time, and of course I got it for real money. Couldn't get it in some crates or anything like that. I had to spend it with real money, and this is one of my best buys for a very, very long time. Like, you don't understand just how troll this tank actually is. It has the alpha, it has the DPM, it has the armor when you use it correctly. It has everything, and at one point or another, this tank was actually considered OP. It's only really not considered OP now because you very rarely see it. Like, and not a lot of people actually meet this tank on the battlefield, and that is down because, of course, all the new players out there, and the fact that this tank is very, very rarely sold. Now, if Wargaming put this in the store for 10,000 gold, then I would pretty much think that this tank would be sold. Like, I think a lot of people will spend their money. If they've got 10,000 gold, I think a hell of a lot of people would spend their gold in trying to get this tank because, yeah, I mean, 10,000 gold for it. I know it's a tier 8 tank, but I would still say 10,000 gold for this tank is definitely worth it. So we're on mines here. Now, I wanted obviously to sit at the back of the map. I couldn't do so. I've got no targets, so I don't just want to sit there. I'm looking around, and if you can see the enemy, they are all over the place. So I want to go and clear this light tank, the WZ-132. And just, I mean, look at my speed. I mean, my speed is very, very good. I could get to him. He misses that shot there, and now I can just give him a little ram there and set him on fire, and he is now gone. So I cleared that guy very, very, very quickly. I do get shot from, I don't know if it's the Borzik or not, but as you can see, people can pen you. If you're not sort of wiggling, people can pen you very, very easily. And I'm actually getting penned by an AT-15, and I don't think I was getting shot from the Eagle. I think I got shot from the Borzik a little bit. So the Borzik is there. I want to, of course, get that shot on the Eagle there. Borziks really do find this tank annoying because it's a very, very difficult pen for Borziks, especially if they're using standard AP. They do find it very, very difficult to pen this WZ. So I'm just going to reverse. I mean, the reverse speed is very, very good as well. And of course, I do want to clear that Borzik because I am a one-shot against that guy. So I am currently spotted. I've only bounced one shot at the moment, but there's the Eagle. I mean, Again, we do get a bounce from that guy, so that is 2,000 damage done and 400 damage blocked. So you can see, I mean, especially if you're top tier. I mean, if you're up against tier 9s, then yeah, probably not a lot of tanks will be able to. You're probably not going to bounce as many tanks, but you come up against tier 7s, then and they really will struggle to penetrate you. They honestly they will. As long as you wiggle, if you wiggle, you will get bounces. Like, you can't bounce everything, and I'm not saying that you will bounce everything, but you're not going to bounce everything that comes in front of you. Just bear that in mind. If you just make it hard for them, really, you need to make it hard for them. And if you're just going to sit there out in the open, then of course you're not making it hard for them. So just do all you can, wiggle your tank, and honestly, you will get some bounces. Honestly, I still think this tank is very, very good. Of course, I don't play it as much now because I very rarely play the game for a long period of time. But it is still one of my favorites. This tank right here is still one of my favorites in the game. It still has it all. It can still punch. It can still do a lot of damage. And you can still bully the enemy team. So here, I'm going to push to the left side. Now, we are on Canal. There's only 2 tanks that have gone this way, me and the Defender Mark 1. Now, I can already see that there is a heavy tank spotted on the right side and the Defender Mark 1 on the left side. So I'm not going to push him right away because I don't know where the rest of the team are. They have 3 tank destroyers that could actually be sat behind this Defender. So I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to push a little bit more forward now. He's not spotted, and to see if we can open them up. Now, there is 2 heavies that side of the map that has been now spotted, and I'm going to get the shot here on this Defender, and I'm going to back up because, again, I don't know where the TDs are. Now, I can see that one person actually right in front of me did try to shoot. So I'm guessing some of these are around. So there's the T49, there's the T34 GFT, and of course there is the SU-152. So there's 2 tier 7 tanks I'm not really scared of. And considering the T49 only has heat and HE, I'm not too worried about him either, because he hasn't really got premium rounds. So I'm not too worried about the T49. He's going to find it very difficult to be able to penetrate me. Of course, he can shoot HE, but it's not going to do a lot of damage. As if I'm wiggling and it only splashes, he really isn't going to do too much damage. So I'm going to push him now. Of course, I do want to watch out for the SU-152 because if I give him time and he can aim at me, he will be able to do a lot of damage. So I'm going to get that shot. The T49 doesn't want to go for me. Of course, he wants to go for that guy, probably the guy that he can actually kill. He's now a one-shot. Don't quite get the shot. I need to just drag him out, and now he has. I can actually clear him. Now it is just a 5 versus 3. There's the SU-152. You can, as you can see, he's now dead. Goodbye. And again, I've pumped up 3,000 damage very, very, very easily. So it's a fantastic tank. It really is a fantastic tank, and I hope that Wargaming do bring it into the game more, in this store more, because it does deserve to be sold. It's fantastic. I don't know if it's OP at this point because it's hardly ever played, and over time people learn how to deal with this tank. But very, very strong tank. Definitely worth having in your garage if you haven't already got one. So as soon as you see this tank, if you do have some money spare, then I would seriously think about putting this tank in your garage. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all very soon. Bye bye.